Hello children, hope you all are fine and safe at home. Welcome to your 7th standard mathematics class. Today we start with lesson number 8, algebraic expressions and operations on them. Now look at the arrangement of sticks given below and observe the pattern. Now if you see in the first picture you can see that there are 4 sticks and you are getting 1 square. So the number of squares is 1 and the number of sticks is 4. In the second picture, you can see that there are 2 squares and the number of sticks have increased to 7. In the third picture, you can see 3 squares and 10 sticks are used. Now, as this goes on, you can see that it is following a pattern. You have studied about patterns in your lower classes also. So, here you observe that the number of squares and the number of sticks are following a pattern. As the number of squares increases, the number of sticks also increases in a particular pattern. Now what is the pattern that is being followed here? Say 4 you can write it as 3 plus 1, 7 you can write it as 6 plus 1, 10 you can write it as 9 plus 1, 12 plus 1, etc. Yes, if you see the numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. are the multiples of 3. So we can write this as 3 multiplied by 1 plus 1. So this will become 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1. This will become 3 multiplied by 3 plus 1. So the pattern that the number of sticks is following here is 3 multiplied by the number of squares plus 1. So we got the relation that number of sticks is equal to 3 multiplied by number of squares plus 1. So in this relation you can see that 3 and 1 are constants. These numbers are not going to change. Now what is going to change is only the number of squares. Now you have studied that you can use alphabets in place of things that vary or change, which you call as variables. So let us use a letter in place of the number of squares to form a general form of this expression. We can write it as 3 multiplied by n plus 1 or 3n plus 1, where n is the variable, which means that the value of n is changing. Let's consider another example. Now I've got 3 mangoes here and 2 apples. Say suppose I use variables in place of the fruits. Let us take one mango as x. So here I've got x plus x plus x. And let's take y as the variable for apples. So you get y plus y. So when you add the two, what you will get? Adding these 3, I will get 3x. Adding these 2, I will get it as 2y. So this is again another mathematical expression. X stands for mangoes and y stands for apples here. Another example, you know that the perimeter of a rectangle, if the length is L and the breadth is B, the perimeter of the rectangle can be written as 2 into L plus B. All these expressions, that is 3n plus 1, 3x plus 2y, 2 into L plus b, are all algebraic expressions. And n, x, y, L, b are the variables in these expressions. Now suppose I have an expression 6n. Now in this expression, 6 is called as the coefficient and n is called as the variable. Another example, in the expression minus 25t, what is the coefficient? Yes, minus 25 is the coefficient and t is called as the variable. You have a solve table in your textbook. The terms are given 11 mn. Here 11 is the coefficient, m and n both are the variables. Same way in this case, minus 9 is the coefficient, x and y are variables. In 5 upon 6p, 5 upon 6 is the coefficient and p is the variable. Now in this case, there is no numerical value written here. So the coefficient of this is 1. because 1 into A is A. 1 into any number is that number only. So 1 into A is A only. So the coefficient of this number becomes 1 and the variable here is A. Now let's see what is a term. An algebraic expression in which multiplication is the only operation is called a term. Let's see some examples. 15y minus 8a is as good as minus 8 into a. So this is again a term. 21ab, 5pq. These are all considered as the terms of an algebraic expressions. Now, an algebraic expression may have one term or may be the sum of several terms, or it can have more number of terms. Like for example, a plus b plus c. Now, this is an algebraic expression where there are three terms. A is the first term, b is the second term, and c is the third term. Same way, 2m minus 3n. Here the first term is 2m and the second term is 3n. Now suppose I take the expression 5m square plus 3n plus 6mn. What are the variables here? The variables are m and n. What is the first term here? The first term is 5m square. What is the second term? 3n is the second term. What is the third term? 6mn is the third term. Now, the algebraic expression 21 minus y, how many terms has it got? Now, the algebraic expression 21 minus y, how many terms are there in this expression? Yes, the algebraic expression 21 minus y has two terms. Which all are they? The first term is 21 and the second term is minus y. Correct. Now, what will be the coefficient of the variable y? Yes, can anybody tell me? Yes, the coefficient is minus 1. Like terms. Terms which have the same variables with the same powers are called like terms. So if the variables are same and if their powers are also same, then they are called as like terms. Say for example 2a minus 5a, 5 upon 8a. These are all like terms. The variable is a in all the cases. Similarly, minus 8m square, 3m square are also like terms. Both are having m square. The variable is also same, their powers are also same. So they are like terms. Now let's see the type of algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions with one term are called monomials. Algebraic expressions with two terms are called binomials. Algebraic expressions with three terms are called trinomials. Algebraic expressions with more than three terms are called polynomials. Let us see some examples. 7xy. It has got only one term, so it is a monomial. Same way, minus 5m is also a monomial. 5mn plus 4. It has got two terms, so it is called a binomial. Same way, x plus y is also a binomial. The expression x plus y plus 5 has got three terms, so it is called a trinomial. A plus b plus ab is a trinomial. Now let's see practice set number 32. The question is, classify the following algebraic expressions as monomials, binomials, trinomials or polynomials. In this case, you can make 4 columns and give the heading as monomial, binomial, trinomial and polynomial and put each of them under the respective column. Like for example, the first question is 7x. 7x is a monomial, so you will put it in the column of monomial. Second question is 5y minus 7z. It has got two terms, so you'll put it in the column of binomials. In the same way, you can complete the question. Please write all the definitions in your classwork book and also solve the practice set in your classwork notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.